Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here today. I hope you're having an amazing day. Now we're going to take a quick look here at Gala, and before we do, we peek over at Bitcoin because any good trader needs to know what Bitcoin's doing, and Bitcoin's pretty much misbehaving. Simply put, it came up to 60,000 yesterday to try to test that resistance level, got rejected hard, came all the way down to 56,700-ish, and then it ramped up for some reason, about a good 2,000, 2,500, and then it just sold off as well. So it's kind of just toying with us, for lack of better terms, not really doing all that great. Because when we lose 58,000 as a support level, we can expect 53 as the next major support level thereafter. So anything could happen between those two ranges, right? Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it's kind of trending towards that. We are still making lower highs on the 4-hour chart. Granted, we do have a higher low here, so that does kind of help a little bit. We could have an ascending wedge pattern breakout eventually, but way too early to tell right now. We can just tell that anytime the price tries to go up, Bitcoin price goes right back down. Okay, so whomever wants the price to come down is essentially controlling that, and we're seeing that happen right now. So that is kind of the state of the union here for Bitcoin. Oh, one last thing. It's also struggling to break the 50-day 7 moving average on the 1-day chart, which is an extremely important indicator. We're going to see hopefully in the near future if that can be broken, but that key level resistance between 60 and 61,000 is essentially holding the price action down. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at Gala. And if you are new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I just love teaching people how to trade. And this is obviously for educational purposes only. Just bear in mind you're going to learn a thing or two here today if you don't fast forward to the end. I give predictions throughout the entire video, so it'd be in your best interest to try to learn as much as you can, unless you're an advanced trader already. I've been trading for 15 years myself personally, and I love helping people to become better traders. So if you're in the mood for something along those lines, feel free to check out my Telegram community. I actually have a really cool group there where I send out signals for every single trade that I take. It's an amazing experience. Check that out. You can learn a lot. Now, looking at Gala here, let's go ahead and go to the 1-day chart first and work our way down, right? We always want to do that. So cool thing is, even though we had a significant retracement yesterday, we're back up on the day here for the 1 day. So a lot of people concerned, sweating right around 36 cents, wondering if it's going to go any lower. Well, technically it didn't, and we're good to go here at this point for the most part, right? We'll check some indications here, make sure we're on the right track, but all in all, looking good. Obviously, RSI is still on the overextended side. It's at about 92, so keep in mind, further correction from Gala is expected, okay? That's just the bottom line. That's the way it goes. It doesn't have to, tumble down. It doesn't have to go down much further, but we should expect to probably see some sideways action before another significant increase. Okay, that's just my speculation, just in the big picture here. The smaller time frame, I think, tells us a lot different of a story. But for right now, that's roughly what we should expect from Gala, is to, if nothing else, go sideways based on the sheer fact that it's extremely overextended in the big picture. All right, so let's look at, I guess, the mid picture, so to speak. We are under 70 and over 50 on the RSI. That's perfect. We want to be there because we stay over 70 on the RSI for too long on the 4-hour chart, and that can be problematic, right? It's just one of those things where, it's just a matter of time before it comes crashing down. It had to correct itself recently, so this is not a problem. Gave us a better buying opportunity to go ahead and average our price down closer to 36 cents. Okay, so all good stuff here. The only thing else I want to check is moving averages. Those are null and void for the moment. We might see those factor in within the next couple weeks, but for right now, those really don't matter much at all. So taking a look at the 1-day chart, let's go ahead and see what's going on with the cloud. We're progressing upwards through the cloud, haven't quite broken yet, but I like the fact that we're seeing about 41 cents as a close number to right where the cloud is at. In other words, yes, it's working as a resistance level presently, but if we can break above and close above on just say, the 4-hour candlestick, or 4 hours long over the Ishimoku cloud, then we're going to be in pretty good shape here. So all in all, I like where the cloud is forming, but we aren't out of the cloud yet, so it pretty much just tells us it's not considered a buy signal to go along at this immediate time, right? But good news is we have good momentum. We are testing this resistance level now, so if we can break that resistance, we're going to be in really good shape. We can see that was a really tough place to break. It couldn't close right around there. What was that? I think it was sometime last night. Yeah, right around 7 o'clock last night. I tried to break, couldn't break the plan, came right back down to bounce off of support at 36 cents. So just to confirm, 36 cents is a very, very strong support level right now. Okay. Now, granted, Bitcoin doesn't drop like a rock tomorrow or today. We should expect 36 cents to hold very strong moving forward. Yeah, that's just kind of what it's kind of telling us so far, because it was a previous resistance channel. Now it's a current support channel, right? If you can see that, you can see the price couldn't bounce out past that. It had to shoot straight through it. right here. Couldn't go down below. It's bouncing off, coming up. So it's a very good sign, right? We like to see that. Now taking a look here at the TD sequential, we're looking at a 9 on TD sequential right now. So keep this in mind. We are slightly extended at this point. So there's a good chance the price will turn around, maybe come down to bounce off 39.8, basically 40 cents, or 38 cents, right? So one of these two, you could see the price come down to bounce. That very well could happen. And what that would do is that would just continue to reaffirm the fact that we have higher lows, and eventually we'll break to the upside. In other words, we could get this little, ascending type wedge pattern to form that'll kind of break to the upside. Again, that's just a loose estimate, but generally speaking, I like when price continues to try to test resistance levels, and it keeps, every time it rejects down, it comes down lower, it'll bounce off the next highest support level, right? At least these are the different support levels. So simply put, if we lose this this resistance right here, right? Say the price were to come down and come closer to 39 cents or 38 cents, those are both established support levels, right? Therefore, it wouldn't be a terrible thing to see the price come down and bounce and come up right there, right? Anyways, that's usually what I see happen in scenarios like this, where it starts kind of bunching itself up and getting tighter and tighter. It'll usually break to the upside and not the downside. And I also like how Gala is performing right now. If you look at how well it's doing, contrary to Bitcoin having a state of indecision, that's a very, very good sign, right? It shows that we're slightly independent from Bitcoin, obviously still reliant on Bitcoin doing well for the the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, that whole thing. But minus that, I like where Gala's at right now. We're definitely in good shape. So big picture here. Let's go ahead and just say hypothetically Gala continues to progress upwards, right? We could see somewhere in the range of about 60 cents in the next, I would say, week or two. I don't think we're going to see that right away, but you know what? If we can break some of these key level resistance right here, in other words, we can break 41.3 cents and then furthermore get up past right around 46, we could be in very, very good shape to go ahead and see 60 cents in the relative near future. But you know me, I'm more of a conservative, safer trader, and I prefer to kind of give you realistic estimates. I don't like to shoot for the moon, if you will. So realistically, I think 60 cents is probable in the next couple of weeks. That's very much realistic. Another thing to note too, pending Bitcoin just kind of going sideways and potentially increasing in the near future, we should not see anything lower than 36 cents. I think that's probably the absolute bottom, considering the support and resistance channel worked very, very well as a support recently. And I think that kind of just helps us understand that we're in better shape here. So all the technical data tells us that Gala is still bullish, right? Yes, we're overextended on the macro. The one day candlestick tells us that we are extremely overextended, right? So to me, that's why I have that shadow of a doubt that we're not going to see the price blast through its resistance level right away, based on the sheer fact that it is overextended. That needs to calm down a little bit on the big picture. But the small picture, we're still looking very, very strong, very bullish. And I would say that the micro, for lack of better terms, for Gala is looking very good. Okay, so hopefully you found benefit here. Obviously, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Join my Patreon community because rates are increasing next month. Check that out in your own time, of course. But I look forward to getting to know you better. And if not, that's okay too. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you learned a thing or two. And just continue to watch my videos. I'll be coming out with some instructional videos here soon too. Kind of give you some foundational, kind of dive deeper into each of the indicators that I use, just so you have that for future reference. So I appreciate you nonetheless. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.